I know me. I wake up as me every day. Let me live my life the way I want to do. Hey YouTube, it's me, Ashley, and I'm back with another video. So today's video will be my survival tips, my first year college experience, because I survived my first year of college. It was quite something, and I don't know, it's just a video, to be honest. But yeah, helpful tips. I hope it's helpful. How I survived, and yeah, is college worth it? Maybe in the long run. It's remember, it's your degree. It's your degree. But yes, so I got my notes. Trust, there's a lot of them. It's a lot what I picked up. I'll just give a brief summary. So my first semester, it was alright. Like, it was a new transition. Like, I'm freshly out of high school. I'm going to my community college. I ended up going to the community college because I was originally supposed to go to Dillard University, but things happened. I still left my Dillard video up, but I really don't plan on deleting it because, hey, that's just life. And that's really the purpose of my YouTube video, to see my journey. That was part of my journey, and now we're here. You know, I got a job, so I was balancing school and work and even having a social life. And yeah, first semester, interesting, shocking. Second semester, it was just a lot this semester for like no reason. I'm like, I don't know, complicatedness. Both the semesters were complicated. I kind of like this semester better because I did have more likable teachers. Because last semester, I hated most of my teachers. I still hated I didn't hate most of my teachers this much. I hated one. But due to that one, I just did not want to do anything else. But that's about that. And we'll just get into it. First things first. Well, I don't know where to start. Where to even start? Okay, we're going to get to the classes. We'll start off with the class stuff, and then we're going to work our way to financial aid, hopefully. But things happen because my list and the way I kind of want to do this video is just, it may not be cohesive, but we're in this together. Okay, so first thing first, pick your poison. Your poison is your classes. And when you're picking classes, it is really picking your poison. Like, it's not just pick your poison, like just saying it, but like truly. When you sign up for classes, try to take classes that's for your major instead of just getting in some random classes, okay? Because if it's not beneficial to you, why you in that class, and then you're still paying for the class. So try to look at teachers' reviews. My school offers teacher reviews. I just never looked at them. But if your school offers teacher reviews, please go. Just look at the reviews. Or even ask around. Ask the librarian. Ask somebody you may know. Or just talk to people. Like, try to network. College is about networking. And be like, hey, who do you recommend if you know them? Or who don't you recommend? Now, I understand people may not know everything. But try to walk. Like, if you know that Jim Jones, I don't know who Jim Jones is, but just saying, if you know Jim Jones is a bad teacher, do not select his class, even that last day of class there, because trust me, Jim Jones is not the only teacher. Or say Jimmy Jones could be that teacher, and everybody loves Jimmy Jones, and you be like, okay, let me sign up for Jimmy Jones class now, okay? Because I'm telling you, once you pick your poison, you pick your poison. Like, you can always drop a class. That's what I'm also finna get into. Like, it's going to my next point. Do not be afraid to drop a class. Do not feel like you're some type of failure because you dropped a class. Sometimes dropping a class will be beneficial to you. Okay? But when you drop a class, drop it in the time where it's to be able to drop a class. Okay? When you pass that little time frame where you can't drop a class, you're just going to have to plug it out. Just dug it off. And don't be dropping class like, oh, I don't want to take this class, let me just like not take it. Like, you can tell that a class will not like be, or a teacher is not beneficial to you. Just drop them. You already see the handwriting on the wall. Drop the teacher. And don't be afraid to drop it. But if you don't drop it in time, that's on you. You're gonna have to thug it out. So my story, I mentioned this briefly in my first day. Well, not first semester, first day of spring semester, some video like that. But basically, day one, the teacher, it was hectic. It was like, it was an English class. So the English class, when I signed up for, because when you sign up for classes, you do it in advance. Like, if you sign up class at the last minute, and please do not sign up for class at the last minute, it's a little tough. But yeah, so when I registered for spring semester, it was still very much fall semester. It was like October, November, I can't remember. But I signed up for English class, and I signed up for an in-person English class. Fast forward, it's spring semester. I go there, about 30-40 people there. I go to the community college, so it is a smaller class, but 30 or 40 people, that's considered packed. So we're all way in the hallway. We're like, where's the teacher? They do a little investigation. They're like, oh, this is an online class. And everybody's like, it's not an online class, it's in person. Why you think everybody in person? So then the teacher, she was so cocky and rude. She's like, well, you signed up for an online class, you can still do it online, and I just dropped the class. So I'm like, okay, I'm a trooper, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna just see how this lady go. I could tell I did not like that lady. I'm like, she's so complicated. She's saying one thing, doing another, and teachers, they swear by their syllabus. Read your syllabus too, I'm telling you. Because the syllabus will help you, but like, read it, because there's a lot of underlying stuff that be in the syllabus, and push come to shove, read it to and through. So hopefully you don't have to go as far to do an investigation, but just in case an investigation needs to be done, you can be like, look, your syllabus say this and you're not doing this. Or just know the syllabus is more so for the teacher, it's their documentation. So you gotta like reread all that, scan what you need to do, what you need to expect, so it won't be nothing or whatever the backup your case. But yes, please read your syllabus. But anyway, yeah, her syllabus wasn't mentioning of what she was saying. She wanted me to buy like, this textbook, but the syllabus, it had the wrong textbook on it. So I'm like, what you want me to buy? Because I'm not finna like be paying all this money for the textbook and I even use it. And she was just so complicated, so I dropped her class and picked up another class, and I'm so glad I dropped her class. However, I was so busy on dropping this one lady class, this irritating science lady. I cannot stand this science lady. Oh my goodness. And I love science, I do, but this lady is just I was so busy trying to drop the English lady class that I did not drop the science lady class. Because I'm thinking, oh, I'm a trooper. Like, English, I can pass English, I'm cool. And I can pass science, I like science. This science lady gave me the blues for no reason. And I waited so long I couldn't drop a class. Like, I thought like on the first day she was just trying to act like she was tough. Like, most teachers want to act like they tough, and they be quite simple. Like, no, she wasn't even tough. She's just complicated and got on my nerves. Like, I can't stand that lady. So yeah, and I should have known since day one that science lady was all like, what you in this class for? I'm thinking I'm in this class to get my, because it's required for my degree. If a professor thinks that your whole life revolves around their whole class, drop it right there. If they want to be like, what you in this class for, and you're not taking that class, like that class, like in my case, I was originally a business major. Okay, I'm changing my major. Don't be afraid to change your major. I'm gonna get into that later. But I was originally a business major. This is a science class, general biology at that. I'm just required to take that class. If you had a biology teacher or any other teacher who thinks your life revolves around the class, drop it. If I was a science major, yeah, her class would have meant the world to me. Well, not the world, but her class would have meant way more to me. But like, she make my life complicated for no reason? No. So drop the class. If you got a teacher like that, just drop it. Just don't be afraid to drop it, pick up another one. Okay? So yeah, just pick your poison. Because that science lady, I'm telling you, she's assigned from like day one was January or something, I didn't even know you day one, to like March 10th, that was midterm. She assigned 67 assignments. Who does that? And that's just little itty-bitty assignments that wasn't really itty-bitty, like it was so time consuming. Mind you, we had to pre-read the chapter before we went to class, talk about the chapter, do whatever in class assignment, study for whatever test, because we used to have a buku test. Like, it was just a lot. I'm like, 67 assignments? And then she was like, yeah, it was over since day one. I'm like, girl, I ain't know you in day one. Like, and then when I originally asked her, see, I had an online textbook. So I was asking her, is it better for me to get a physical textbook or online textbook? She gonna tell me read the syllabus. Why can't you just answer my question right then and there? Just know, if you got a teacher being complicated, I'm telling you, drop the class. Now you're gonna be miserable. Another thing, also, and don't be afraid to drop class subject. I had this math class. It was complicated for no reason too. Like, I used to be good at math, but yeah, I already know the story. If you don't know the story, I got a video about that too, or it's in a video. But I was taking this math class. I'm like, okay, I'm taking math. You know, I'm optimistic. Like, I can do this. That math class was so complicated, and that math class was originally packed. Like, it was like 40 people in that class. Why? It started off with 40 people, and it ended up with maybe 10 or 12 people, including me. I don't know. I'm not accounting. So if you start off with a class packed and you notice people just drop, like eventually twinkle out or just straight up drop, you may have to drop too. Because I was thinking, oh, they're just wimps. They're just pansies. Like, they probably, or maybe they schedule didn't like allow them to have this class. I don't know. But I'm thinking, oh, I'm the strongest to survive. I'm the strong, right? I was tortured in that math class. Like, I was going through it in that math class. So if you notice that people drop a class, you need to drop too. Not you need to drop, but like, you just look at your signs. Look at your red flags, look at all that. If people are dropping the class, not mind you, if there's a group of you at a table or something, you get acquainted with your table people, and you're the only one lifted at the table, you may have to drop too. Okay, because everybody can't be lying. Same thing with the science lady's class. Like, she threw this random assignment. Literally, she brought it out the top of her head. I'm like, why would you do this? We got all this other stuff going on. And the class, it was a group assignment too. I hate group assignments. Like, who does group assignments in college? Like, I could see if you was required, like, if that's your major. I don't know, nurses. Because everybody want to be a nurse and nurses got to work together. Or like a construction worker. I don't know. Engineer, well, you are required to work together, yeah, group assignment, but if you just in a general biology class, why are you in a group assignment? But anyway, I was in a group assignment with like 10 to 12 random people, and it's like everybody did not have a decent grade in the class. I'm like, okay, well, everybody don't have a decent grade in class. That means something wrong with that professor. Okay, so it's not just you. Your class ain't gonna be struggling too. But yeah, there's some type of imaginary grading scale. Be on the lookout for that. Not everybody, but like some people, they can grade their class the way they feel like it, be it quizzes, participation, tests. Ultimately, your grade does come from your exam. But some people, they be like, don't go off whatever Google Classroom thing. We never use Google Classroom. We use this thing called Canvas, but I noticed a lot of colleges, they use something that's very similar to Google Classroom, but like for the college thing. So, and also in their syllabus, they be like, don't go off of the Google Classroom like thing, because I grade my class the way it does, and I think that's so stupid. But hey, it's their class, they can do what they want, but be aware of that. Like, in high school, it's simpler. It'd be like, look, this grade is A, this grade is a B, whatever. Not no random percentages or, oh, I put in my grades when I feel like it. So yeah, the grading system is just whatever. When it comes to studying and stuff, that depends on you. I say try to study. There has been moments that I have studied at the last minute, the day of the test. Literally woke up early in the morning, look at YouTube videos, because that's my method of studying, YouTube. Pass the class, or briefly read the chapter of whatever science thing or whatever, and fail the test, or actually put in the time to study whatever, study the whole wrong thing and end up failing the test. So try to, if a teacher gives you a study guide, go off the study guide. If the teacher be like, hey, this will be on the test, study what will be on the test. Okay, Some teachers, they don't tell you what's on the test till like 40 hours before. So always listen. Try to show up to class. Now, I know at times you may not show up to class, but try to show up to class. If you don't show up to class, try to email your teacher. Be like, look, I didn't show up to class today. What's going to be on the test? Like, communication is key. Try to carve out the time to study. Do your best. Like, I really can't give advice on something that I really don't practice. But try. And I know we're all different learners. I'm a visual learner and a hearing learner. So that's me. I had this teacher, one of my favorite teachers ever. I love him so much. He was my world civilization teacher. And I'm not no type of history type person. Like, I always hated history class. So, but he made it so interesting because he was a storyteller. And he'll tell you, like, look, I'm just winging it. And he even said, there's a book for this class. I don't recommend buying it. Like, you can if you like reading. But, like, don't get the book. If a teacher tell you don't get the book, don't get that book. Because the books are expensive. I didn't get the book. I passed this class. Straight up passed it over 100%. And I appreciate that so much because he was such a great storyteller. Like, that was a great teacher for me. So make sure you have some type of chemistry or whatever with your teacher. Always check your assignment due dates or whatever. Set alarms to stay checking them, because sometimes I briefly check them and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I missed that date, and read their syllabus. Sometimes they accept late work, sometimes they don't. I always double, triple check, because one time I was on Canvas. This is around the time of the Bronner Brothers. I'm like, I know my teacher posted this essay thingy, but like, and I saw something about it. I just cannot remember how to get to it. And I'm like, where is it? I'm not finna write no whole essay, and I don't even know what it's about. I don't even know how to submit it. Long and behold, it was the day of the Bronner Brothers, the day after, whatever, the essay was due the previous day. I finally found a way to turn it in. I'm like, why would he hide it under this section? Why couldn't he just put it right there? So, you know what I did? That day of Bronner Brothers, hurry up and type that essay and turn it in. Now, certain teachers, they be like, oh, if you turn it in, it's like a half a grade late, whatever. It depends on the teacher. But I turned in the essay. Tell me why my late essay thing, that was the highest grade I ever got on the essay. And I got the points deducted off because it was like, I'm like, wow. But there's also some other times, I don't know what this assignment was, so they be hiding stuff in this little Google Classroom thing. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I happened to check. I'm like, this is way past the due date. And I did my calculations about the half grade thing. I'm like, well, I turn it in, I'm already going to have an F. Like, sometimes you just get F. Sometimes you just got to take an L like that. Like, I had no idea about the assignment. I looked at the date it was due. I looked at the date that it was currently at the time. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. Why? Like, what's the point? If it's a zero, it's a zero. Now, I know so having something in the grade system is better than a zero, but if it's ultimately going to be a zero, just take your L. Sometimes you just got to take your L. It's not the end of the world. Friends in college, they're quite easy to make. Well, I don't know. I just feel like everybody's more kind of relaxed in college, at least my experience, because in high school, it's like, you can't be my friend, you ain't taking him, or why are you talking to me? Like, high school is kind of like friends. We're not friends with just anybody, but college, everybody going through it. You can be best friends with somebody who's 50. You can be best friends with somebody who's not from this country. Like, it's just everybody is approachable, and you just be collaborating, going through stuff. So I think they're easy to make. As of right now, I do not have a lifetime college buddy, but I have met some awesome people. And I like the people that I met in college. Like, people are on all walks of life when you meet in college. And I met some international people, and I was quite surprised because I go to a community college, but hey, you never know. Like, I met this girl from Brazil. I'm like, Brazil? The country in South America? You from Brazil? You're cool. Like, I met this girl from Turkey. I'm like, really? Yeah, you meet all types of people. You meet veterans, like war veterans. It's great. So I like college people. That's not the professors. So you can have cool professors, but like just the students, they be chill, they relax. Financial aid, advising, all of that. You gotta stay on them people, but literally, like, stay on their butt. Cause me personally, I'm in school for the GI Bill. Well, with the GI Bill. Like, that's how my school's getting paid for. And every semester with the GI Bill, you got to go to that office and make sure they got your stuff. So, this year, like this spring semester, I'm going to the office. I'm like, do you have my stuff? Everything cool? They're like, yeah, everything cool. Well, I'm in the semester. The government contacted me. They're like, are you in school? I'm like, yes, I'm in school. They're like, well, what's going on with you? Like, you don't want the government coming for me. So, like, so now I have to figure out why the government coming for me. I go to the office. Apparently, they put in my paperwork wrong. I'm like, why would you put me under this category? You know I'm not under that category. And then they try to blame you. Like, you was wrong. I'm like, no, you was wrong. And my person, like the veteran person, they always had their assistant do it. And the assistant was literally a student worker. I'm like, sir, I want to talk to you, not your student worker. So, yeah, stay on them people. Stay on them, okay? And that's just not with, like, the GI Bill. You got whatever, grant, student loan, scholarship. Just stay on the people. Even if you paying out your pocket, stay on the people because they sketchy. And they cannot be playing with people's finances like that. They can't. And when it comes to advising, I don't know how advisory work. I don't have no answer to that. Because people are like, talk to your advisor. How? I don't have one. Every time I go to advising, you give me some random person. So you got to be your own advisor. You got to write down your plan and see your plan and then tell these people your plan and get your ball running in motion. And sometimes you got to go multiple days because I mentioned earlier I was a business major. I'm about to change my major to humanities. So I was trying to change my major. One day I went in and I'm like, hey, I'd like to change your major. They're like, oh, okay, you can change your major. Cool. So I'm trying to change my major. I got a student worker. I hate student workers, okay? Not too much against y'all, but the ones that I met, they was just useless. Like, why are you talking to me? I need somebody who in this profession to help me. So yeah, I'm working with a student worker, and the student worker was like, well, this is a hypothetical thing of how you would switch your major. I'm like, okay, well, I would like to change my major now. Just like, are you sure you want to do humanities? I'm like, yeah. This is my degree. I want to do humanities. So then she called in this other person. I guess the actual person I need to talk to. And the actual person's like, well, what are you going to do with humanities? Are you transferring? Are you doing instead and third? Like, what do you like? Maybe instead of humanities, you should do liberal arts. Lady, I told you I want to do humanities. If I wanted to do liberal arts, I would have told you I want to do liberal arts. But I do not want to do liberal arts. I want to do humanities. So just stand your ground because, like, people like that, they will be like, they'll try to stir you in a different direction you don't want to go through. Like a big old distraction. I'm like, no, I know me. I wake up as me every day. Let me live my life the way I want to do. I just asked you to change my major and you just doing the most, trying to figure me out or make my plans and you don't even know me. Like, no, change my freaking major. That's it. And it's like, well, you need a certain class. You ain't pass this class. And, you know, when you go to a regular college, they're going to need this class. I ain't asked you all that. I am trying to graduate here from this school right here in a timely fashion. Okay, if I gotta retake class, so be it. But if I'm taking it here, why would I retake that class and it's not even gonna go? Or why should I retake that class and there's an equivalent that I could take it without paying for that class again? Or maybe I could just take the class when I go to the actual school. Why you worry about me? Why? Maybe your teachers suck and their teachers better. Have you ever thought about that? Like, you worrying too much about it. But yeah, and then another time, sometimes you gotta go separate days. So that day, it honestly pissed me off. So I came back a different day. It was a different lady. She was so sweet. She's like, yeah, this how you change your major? It was 2 clicks. I'm like, if they would have told me this in the first place instead of giving me the runaround, it was great. And then, bonus for me, this lady, her daughter and I had the same name and it was spelled the exact same way. And I'm like, oh my goodness, really? She's like, yeah, like I never met nobody that name spelled actually like that. So I got you. I'm like, thank you so much. And she even gave me extra tips and stuff. So I really appreciate that, lady. Love you. But see, you got some horrible people in college. You got some great people in college. You just go with the flow. But yeah, always check financial aid. Always check advising because some people pay too much, way too much. That's pretty much college, my experience. The professors can be a-holes. Professors can be life-saving when not even know that they life-saving. I give college a 4 out of 10. This is my first year there. Bonus story with the biology lady. I cannot stand that lady so much. Like, today was really my last class. Today is May 10th. I took my final for our class. I'm done. I ain't check my grade, but whatever. I'm done with the class. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But like, this class is just a thorn in my side. Like, and I like biology. But yeah, that's that. But the biology teacher, she was petty. I can't stand, if you get a professor that's like petty or try to be sarcastic or just ridiculous to add fuel to the fire of their class just being ridiculous, drop the class or just be like, you know what, hard F you. So yeah, this biology lady, every time I was in her class, she would mispronounce my name. My name is Ashley. Okay, Ashley. What is hard about Ashley? She'll call me Alicia, Aaliyah, and I understand people be like, don't feel bad if a professor don't understand your name or don't get your name, whatever. Bruh, we're in a smarter class. You see me every other day. You pretty much know my name. You remember them other people's name. Why you can't remember my name and I got a simple name? Like, don't play with me. So you see a professor playing with you, judge the class. Because you don't got time to be played with. Okay, you are not to be played with. Remember that. So yeah, I'm just trying to touch on anything I missed. I tried to do a brief summary. Yes, I survived my first year of college. I'm still in this. Yup. I plan to be done is 2023. I'm giving myself 2025 or sooner, depending. But yeah, write down your goals. Make sure you have goals. I hope this video is helpful. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all so much. And have a great day. Mwah.